And kicking off the show, popular local fighter Jack Cullen is looking to bounce back in style after failing to capture the European super middleweight crown last time out.
A sort of short right uppercut in there from Bolowski. Of the way that Jack Cullen commits to every shot. You know, there's never... Oh, a good right hand over the top from Bolowski there. I think it may have just missed. It's just the other side of our commentary desk.
Body shot there from Cullen too.
Yeah, really sunk it in, didn't he? That left under the elbow from Bolowski.
Nice uppercut.
Yeah. And the man from Mitchellstown, even when he is hurt, he's always game, catching counters, fires back as he did there. Yeah, it's been a slightly more conservative version of Jack Cullen than the out-and-out gunslinger that we have known in days gone by. And Bolowski, as a result, is just perhaps growing in confidence. Can Cullen just stamp out any momentum that the Slovakian fighter believes he's gathering? That was a decent combination just to set him back onto his heels.
Yeah, there was a good body shot in there from Jack Cullen as well. Nice short right hand to the body and a nice right hand over the top.
Now, Michael Jennings said don't throw the right hand unless it's off a jab, but the lead worked that time, and Bolowski just flat on his heels, just getting a little bit pinned in the corner here. And catches, coming again to the left hook.
When he throws that left hook, the right hand's dropping a little.
I'd like to see Cullen just bend his knees a little bit when he's throwing those, you know, because he's standing up really quite tall. And Bolowski is quite short, so if he just bends his knees a little bit more, I think it would be a lot more accurate, more powerful.
Just catches Bolowski with a right hand on the turn there. And his feet have slowed noticeably here, and there's less and less coming back, and another left hook just stiffen the legs for a moment. Bolowski pinned into the corner, and there's a fair amount of time on the clock here. Does Cullen just sense a breakthrough? Solid jab.
I'd love to see Cullen just get back on the jab now. Just jab, jab, that's it. You know, give him off a little bit. He looked a little bit hurt there for a second, Bolowski.
Trying to draw the lead out here, Jack Cullen. Trying to fight the right hand over the jab of Bolowski.
But he has good powers of recovery, the man opposite Jack Cullen, and he's never afraid to fire back in combinations too, as we're seeing now. Just rips away to the body.
Nice left hook from Bolowski.
Left hook upstairs as well, yeah. A fearless fighter, Bolowski, but he's getting hit with some heavy leather.
Yeah, very good round.
Yeah, just starting to go through the gears here. The legs have buckled of Bolowski. Well, Cullen has maybe not spotted it because he stepped off. But the legs buckling was there for us to see. They're right above our commentary position, and he's hung on there, Bolowski. 40 seconds on the clock. He is hurt.
He's hurt. He landed a really nice lead right hand then.
Well, he's got 45 seconds to survive. Bolowski, big right hand.
Left hook off the back of it. The legs of Bolowski have really slowed after that, as he lays it in. 30 seconds in the 8th round, just glancing right hand. Bolowski trying to find the space that he so desperately needs. Stiff jab from Cullen. Steve Gray having a look at the man in the corner now. Wilty, he's had the fight beaten out of him. Can Cullen land something definitive here? Right hand to the body, left hook upstairs. Just sense he's so close to the finish, but Bolowski determined to hang on. Cullen knows he's done enough. He dances, stiff jab again, buckles the legs of Bolowski. But the bell comes just at the right time. The perfect comeback opponent for Jack Cullen.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action here in Manchester, we go to referee Steve Gray's scorecard. It reads 80-72 for your winner, Little Lever's Meat Cleaver, Jack Cullen.
And hard-hitting American Alicia Baumgardner makes her first defense of the WBC super featherweight title that she won in knockout style last November.
Edith Matisyahu in the red trunks knows what it means to be unified champion in the weight below. She held the WBA and WBC belts concurrently, but that was 7 years ago now. Her best years are behind her, but what an opportunity to upset the odds in the twilight of her career, and a chance to become a two-weight world champion.
She's well up against it though, Chris. I mean, talk about ways of winning a world title. The way that Alicia Baumgardner done against Terry Arpo, it was so spectacular. It really was, wasn't it? She's a very good fighter, so powerful, can punch with both hands. She's very intelligent with her head movement. After she's thrown her right hand, she takes it off centre line. You can see there the aggression, biting down on the gum shield, put 4 shots together. So smart, so quick.
No doubt she marauds forward again, just walking into straight fizzing shots from Baumgardner, who now she's in cruise control, but starting to just turn the heat up on her challenger, who will be feeling her age in there.
Well, the toughness in that Matisyahu family obviously runs through their blood, because she's taken some big shots against this classy champion in Baumgardner. She's still there, she's still trying, the Argentinian, but she's just second best in every department.
She's so mesmerising to watch, you know, just her feet, you know, just the sharpness of her hands. It is quite mesmerising, and I feel like even, you know, Matisyahu's even getting a little bit mesmerised there, just standing there, you know. I don't think she has an answer for anything.
She's just taking the power out of the shots a little bit here, Baumgardner, just trying to soften. Oh, beautiful right uppercut. Yeah, just trying to soften Matisyahu up. You see her, she'll throw 3 or 4 soft shots, and then she'll really bite down on the gum shield and let a big right hand go.
Matisyahu just wings in a left hook. It's laboured now. And the hand speed of the American still there, still sharp.
It's just a lot of head hunting, though. I would really love to see her go to the body. You know, she's throwing all these punches to the head, but you know, if she did those 3-4 combos and then body shots and then back to the head, like that's now she's hitting the body. That's the kind of you know, the flurries or the combos that would really have an effect here, I think. Like, she's hearing me.
Yeah, she took your advice there. Lands another 1-2 to the head off the back of it. Left hook to the body, works away. Trying to chop the tree down right to the final bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds here in Manchester, England, we go to the judges' score totals. All 3 judges score this bout identically, 100-90 for your winner by unanimous decision, and still the super featherweight champion of the world, Alicia, the Baumgardner.
Campbell Hatton, he's had a busy 12 months, hasn't he, since making his debut last March, and it's 6 wins for the 21-year-old, with his last 2 finishing inside the distance.
And if he gets carried away with big shots, he'll leave himself wide open, so it's got to be a bit careful.
Exactly. He'll be at his most vulnerable when he's thrown himself, because he's so wild sometimes, Campbell.
But he's a come-forward fighter. He's got his dad Ricky's DNA in that blood, and he wants to impress.
Good variation from Hatton here to body and head. Crunching left hooks to the body in particular, and a couple of times Gregoris has noticeably backed off.
Gregoris looking for the counter left hook. That's all Campbell has to be aware of him and be careful of coming at him.
He's putting a lot on that jab as well. You know, sitting here ringside looking at the shots and listening to them and almost feeling them. That jab, he's not using it as a rangefinder, he's not using it to just get himself set up for a good right hand. He's literally powering in that straight left hook, trying to do damage with it. And that's not always a good idea, because you're loading up with every shot and it can empty the gas tank. But it's enjoyable to watch. It's an entertaining style.
Found room nicely there for that left-right combination, and he's been delivering the uppercuts as well, as asked for by Uncle Matthew in the corner. Some impressive pieces of punch selection during these 6 rounds from Campbell Hatton, and a good pace he sustained as well.
He's got a lot of work to do, no one doubts that, but he is improving.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing here at Manchester, we go to referee Steve Gray's scorecard. It reads 60-54 for your winner. He's still undefeated, Campbell, the Hurricane Hatton.
cruiserweight rivals Chris Billum and Tommy McCarthy, they do battle once again after a tough 12-round title fight last July. Chris Billum won that one on split decision and was crowned European champion.
Peter Taylor in Tommy McCarthy's corner has risen to his feet after that success for McCarthy. He wants to see more of that.
What he does well, McCarthy, is that he lands a good shot and then he always initiates a clinch. And that's the last impression you have, is that him landing a punch. McCarthy, every time Billum jabs, he looks to slip down and bend down to his right and try to come back with punches. Sometimes it's effective, a lot of times you get caught with the jab. There's that overhand right from McCarthy. He's found his timing a bit better in this round. Oh, another overhand right, and he hurt him.
Big right hand right at the end of the round from Tommy McCarthy to add to one that he landed with just about a minute to go in the round as well. Even in those exchanges we were watching in those slow motion replays, some of the shots that from our angle looked as though they were landing. Watching the replays, some of them weren't actually getting home, but that's the puzzle that the judges have to solve all the time.
Good left hook and right hand from Billum, and back with the right hook again, left hook again.
Good attack by Billum. Best success of the contest so far with a minute to go and more in round 4.
And McCarthy's corner warned him about this, Mike. They said you're getting dominated in the clinches and you're looking like he's looking like he's the one winning the fight because he's dominating you in the clinches. Good right hand again.
And this time it's McCarthy's chance to show brilliant punch resistance here as he swings back, sways off the ropes. 45 seconds to go in the round. Billum swings for the uppercut on the inside, trying to use what he believes is his greater strength.
His physicality, his conditioning, they're all standing to him now. And the jab, the punishing foot and heavy jab from Billum.
And the mouth of Tommy McCarthy is open here. Is he beginning to really feel it? These punches are crunching home from Billum.
He goes back with his left hook.
Brilliant left hook to finish the round from Billum, who raises his right glove at the end of it. Billum, the busier of the two and the more accurate here, and this could be a telling attack.
Left hook, right hook, uppercut, now right hook, he's down!
McCarthy goes down heavily. He's looking at his corner, he's shaking his head. Can McCarthy rise here? Billum is already celebrating. Chris Billum produces a quite sensational finish. It was so close last time around. It was close for many of the earlier rounds this time, but the power, the accuracy of Billum in the end has created the difference between the two. And with the most impressive performance of his career so far, Chris Billum retains the European and Commonwealth Cruiserweight titles.
Conor Benn headlines the show here in Manchester as he meets the tough South African Chris Van Heerden.
Ben is looking to come in low, get low on his legs and then come up with the shots as Van Heerden lifts his head straight up in the air. Van Heerden, good left hook from Ben. Van Heerden looking for that left uppercut to the body and to the chin. Good action here.
Happy to punch with him. Right hand, left hook from Conor Benn, and Van Heerden backs onto the ropes. Another good left hook from Conor Benn with a minute to go in the opening round.
Conor shouldn't go head-hunting. You should start with the body and then finish on the head. Go to the body first.
I'll tell you what, both guys here throwing big shots, big hurtful, meaningful shots. Ben loaded up a little bit too much there, looking a bit wild, but Van Heerden really looking good for that counter and that southpaw. He looks quite composed and cool, and almost he's weathered the storm, and he looks very much in this fight and quite relaxed in there.
It's the right hook from Van Heerden. Left hook, got right hook from Van Heerden every time.
Good body work there from Van Heerden, very composed, doesn't seem rattled at all.
But his legs do look a bit stiff.
The South African measuring the shots as Ben charges forward. Another good right hand from Ben, and this time Van Heerden attempts to hold on.
Just getting a little bit overwhelmed there sometimes. Ben rushes forward, leans on him, bit of a clash of heads, a bit messy, but Van Heerden, make no mistake, you can see he's a quality operator. But Ben looking aggressive and looking successful, and I like the way he's trying to pick them shots, but he's just a little bit too wild.
Conor has to think about this, be a bit more methodical, a bit more method to his attacks. Van Heerden is quite sharp on the counter, and he's awkward. He moves a lot, and he'll make you fall short, and then he'll make you pay.
A different kind of challenge presented by a southpaw. Only the second that Conor Benn has faced in his career. Big right hand, so often the best shot against a southpaw, and Van Heerden is badly hurt and goes down with still 2 minutes to go in the second round. He's in bad shape, and the referee decides he's seen enough. A sensational finish for Conor Benn after an ultra-competitive opening round when there looked to be danger in store for Ben. He produces a brilliant right hand and follows up to score a very, very impressive finish. Composed, the angry, emotional man, so composed now, waiting for the opportunity, picked his shots, and once again has scored an inside-the-distance victory, and the crowd here just love it.